Well, welcome everybody. It is after lunch. We just had a wonderful lunch, a very wonderful quick lunch, because we had to get everything ready for this next video, and we're going to jump right into it. We've got the Macavity Arms. This one's in 25 cal. It is the long version, and I've got the short and the long. I got the 25 short. I think the 30 is also a short. I don't know if they have a long or short on that one, but I have the 25 long. I'm going to be shooting that today. Yeah, let's get into it. We've got Airgun Expo, guys. Welcome. We have, I want to let you guys know about our sponsors. If you guys want to check them out, switch over to camera, that one. We have our sponsors here, so please go to the website, theairgunexpo.com. Click on any of the links. Like there's Macavity Arms right there. You can click on their logo. You're going to learn about their gun. You'll be able to reach out to them directly with the form on the page. And we've got a lot of videos coming out for actually all of our sponsors. We kind of maybe over-delivered on the content this week, which is fine. For you guys, the viewers, I'll go back to this camera now. For you guys, the viewers, I don't know where to look. I need a light blinking over the thing. For you guys, the viewers, because we've got like several videos of the MA2s, 22, 25, and 30. We've got stuff from all of these other folks, from Utah, from Evanex, Gammo, all of these guys. We've got a bunch of really cool products, and we've spread it out all week. So we've got a busy day today. We've got 5 lives, and I don't know how many pre-recorded videos we've got going out. Plus, we have our wrap tonight, and that's pretty much the schedule all week. So we have a ton of great content. So if you guys would please go to the website, let the sponsors know that you saw their content, you liked it, if you liked it, and then that'll really help us out. Thank you to some of our other sponsors, all of the folks at AirgunWeb. Look, AirgunWeb, GTA, both companies that I own, and the folks that help support and run those, all of that kind of goes together and helps us do this along with the sponsors we have specifically for this event. So definitely check out AirgunWeb.com, gatewaytoairguns.com, and if you're an air gunner who wants to connect with other air gunners all over the world and really digest some great airgun information, definitely check out our forum, which is gatewaytoairguns.org. Lastly, we've got Airgun Army, and Airgun Army is something we'll be building out over the next, well, while. We're going to really probably start pushing it aggressively after the expo, but that's going to have a place for creators and vendors and manufacturers, as well as the whole airgunning community type of connectivity. So that's something we're going to be talking about more as we go forward. Let's jump into it. We've got the MA2 here. This is a gun that kind of came across my desk a while back, and I know you guys know about it. We announced it. They've been doing some marketing with some other folks too. And reality is it is a really slick, affordable, lightweight AR style air gun. And it's, when I say affordable, we're talking sub $500 by a good bit. So man, that's affordable. And with what you're getting, it's regulated. Some of the features they'll have on the production model, this is still pre-production. 2 gauges, better moderator, longer barrel, all kinds of stuff going on there to make it nicer, probably better performance and so forth. Today we're going to shoot this one. We're going to start at 50 yards and just kind of talk a little bit about it. Other things we got here on the table, we got our Hawke Frontier optics as far as the binocs here. These have the integrated laser rangefinder, and I requested these, kind of like, boy, I really would like to try those. I wonder if they'll send them to me because they're awesome, and I don't have a set. Well, I actually have some binocs, but I don't have anything that is this functional where I can just hit a button. I wish I could show you what I'm seeing here. And it gives you a little indicator. You hit it, and it lasers the target. It tells you the target's down there 104 yards out. Awesome. But I can see, I can't show you, but I've got towers on that hill, that ridge over there.
Do you want me to zoom out?
Oh, no, maybe we'll do that for another video, Sue. We'll check it out, see if you can get like our main tower over there that sends us our internet. And I could actually count the power poles that are feeding it power. There they are. I can count all the power poles that actually feed power. So it's impressive what these can do. I've been able to laze out to about 650 yards. After that, it gives me like, nope. But that's pretty good. So if you're out hunting and you're just out in the woods, or you're birding or whatever you're doing, really from a hunting perspective, these are great because we tend to be lazy just in general. That's just human nature. And, you know, gosh, I don't want to carry another piece of equipment. So what we do, which we know we're not supposed to do, is we use our scope as our binoculars. And guys, that's not smart, right? So if you're out there in the woods and you're looking at things, or what was that? And now you're pointing your gun at maybe another person or something, that's not a good thing. So having a good set of binoculars that is clear, easy to use, gives you enough magnification, good and bright, and the fact this has laser in it, rangefinder, is just like icing. It's like double icing on an already good cake. I like icing. I've got a Hawke Sidewinder on here, I think. Let me see if this is the first focal plane. It is. So this is the first 4 to 16 first focal plane, and we are going to be shooting. I need a little more height on this, I think. Let's see. No, I can deal with that. There's the turkey.
Is that what we're shooting, the turkey?
I'm going to go for the turkey. I am going to give myself a little more height here. Okay, the other thing I'm doing today, folks, is I am not shooting for like precision in the sense of like a review with all kinds of stuff, like a bags, and I'm just shooting for fun today. I'm kind of doing this purely as demo stuff. So we'll do demo, we'll talk about the products. You guys will get an idea just from some basic usability. We are going to get into the weeds with regards to all different pellets and velocity and accuracy at range, and for that we'll get the rests and the stands and all that other stuff. But today we're just out here having fun, casual shooting, like I think is what most people do, right? I mean, obviously there's us weirdos like myself who wants to go out and bench rest at 100 yards, but most people shooting steel targets, gosh, the flies are bad today. Shooting steel targets I really enjoy it. It's fun to do, it's easy to do, and you just get that satisfying ping when you smack the crap out of something. It's really nice. So that's what we're doing today. Let's see. Features of the MA2. Well, you can definitely check out their profile page on our website, go to their showcase, and you can get all the nitty-gritty details. The thing that set this apart for me was it's lightweight. Now, the shorts are under 6 pounds, the long ones a little bit over 6 pounds, but we're not talking 9, 10 pounds, which is a lot of the bigger PCPs. They push some heavy weight, and I mean, the idea that this could be this light is refreshing. Comes with multiple magazines. We have our Weaver / Picatinny rail. It's got a good size cylinder. I don't remember shot count because I've only shot this one other time when we were just kind of setting it up before the expo. So we'll get some data today. We'll get our chronograph going. I've got the True Ballistics Chrony. We've been having fun with that today. We shot a gun that was so quiet it wouldn't register. So yeah, it actually, if it's like the other Chronies, very much like it that I've shot before, they use the sound of the shot as a way to like determine, okay, it's fired. I don't know if this one works the same way, but the other ones I've worked with, that's how they do it. So the gun was so quiet it wasn't registering, or it only began to register once we really started pushing the power. But we should be fine here. I shot this earlier. It was doing good. But anyway, we have the True Ballistic Chrony. It gives you a ton of great data about velocity at range, ballistic coefficient. It'll tell you what your shot curve should be, all that kind of stuff as far as your holdover, what your holdover should be, I should say, your ballistic curve. Yeah, it's really, really good that way. Let's just get it started, and then we're going to start taking some shots at 50. I would like to stretch this out to 100 today and see how it does. If we need air, we've got our tanks. We'll top her off. It takes 250 bar. All right, let's get going. Okay, one of the cool things about the software is that you can tell it what kind of pellet you're shooting, which is cool because then it gives you your, well, it'll give you your energy, and it also helps all the calculations when it comes to your ballistic coefficient stuff. Okay, let's go to Edit to Profile. And we're going to start with the 25-4s. I have here on the table the 25-4s, and I have the Hades. And we may shoot the Hades because I want to see how this does with them. They're a little bit heavier. Not much, but a little bit. Okay.
Got a little bit of wind pickup since this morning.
We have. What I did not get all like a bunch of wind socks or anything, but I did put some caution tape on our targets. And so we're supposed to get close to 20 today in the afternoon. So if perchance it's too windy to shoot, we do have some flexibility in the schedule where we can move something to later in the week. Last video day was going to be the Umrex Complete, so I'm really hoping we're going to be able to do that today. I expect we will, because we're not going to shoot that maybe, but we'll probably shoot that at 25 yards. And I may even put a paper target up for that one. I really want to see how it does. Okay. All right. I think this is 10 rounds. I wasn't counting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. And I don't know if you can hear our birds. There's some baby birds in the rafters over there. Okay. 50 yards. We at 50?
You are on the turkey.
I'm on the turkey. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at the turkey then. Let's see where I hit on the turkey. I'm going to aim dead center. Gosh, this is a pretty scope. Crap.
Dead center.
Well, okay, so I said crap because the trigger got me. The trigger's very light. Let's try that again. Okay, let me pay better attention to what I'm doing. I was waiting for the second stage, and I remember that this one, I haven't adjusted anything on any of these guns. So, first of all, the Macavity stuff that we're shooting is out of the box. Haven't touched it. There are some adjustments. I haven't played with it. I don't want to get into that because I don't want to spend a ton of time on the pre-production stuff because I know the production stuff might be slightly different. So I figured use it, get used to it, see what I think, give them my feedback, and then when the production ones come out, we'll spend more time on them. But I also don't want to go mucking around with something and break it. Let's try that again. There we go.
800.
All right.
69.
I thought I was on my way up to center when it fired. So I'm going to use that same hold. Let's see if we hit that same spot as the second shot. Yeah.
847.
Okay, so we're doing right at 40 foot-pounds, which is pretty good. The wind is definitely picking up. You guys can see the tapes moving. We are very well protected here in this little cover, and most of our wind comes from behind my right shoulder, so it's fairly well blocked here, but it can be really whooping down there in the range and we not even feel it. I'm going to do one more on the turkey, and then we're going to move it right out, Sue.
Okay.
Yeah.
800.
Okay, so we went up to like 40, almost 42 foot-pounds there. So pretty good. I think it's bouncing around a little bit. So I was going to say maybe the first shot was a little low, but the third shot was right in that same area. So, all right. Now, do we want to jump right to 100 or do we want to do 75 first, Sue?
The pig's at 75, right?
Yeah.
I'd say let's do the piggy.
You want to do the piggy? Okay. So I was at 50 yards, where I'm sighted right now. I am like half a mil, I'm shooting half a mil high. So I'm going to aim dead center at the pig.
Okay, just give me a second.
You don't know, you
get the
take your
camera
time.
Focus, please.
You let me know when you are set to go, hon. She's got to manually focus the camera. We've got a DSLR with HDMI out with a telephoto lens. So that's what she's using over there. And between every time we move, she's got to reset that camera. So a little bit extra work for her. A little bit extra. You should see what she's having to deal with. You all set?
Yep.
Good to go. All right. She's getting faster.
On the piggy.
Okay, let me change my target, my cronies.
By the end of the week, I'll be like
Yeah,
on it.
she's on it. By the end of the week, she's be like smooth. Yeah. Okay, piggy dead center. I don't remember if I cocked this, so we're just going to pretend I did. I didn't. Okay, super nice action, by the way. Okay, I watched that fall low.
56.
So we're going to have to go half a mil holdover. Okay, here we go. Half a mil holdover. Right there. Didn't track. Same spot. I mean, that's 75 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That was nearly the same impact point.
And it's windy.
And we have wind. And a gun that is super affordable. Really nice to shoot. I mean, watch the unboxings. I think when we did this, we did a video on this. I think I took it in the box. I mounted the scope. We shot it. So we have already that footage. I've done an unboxing on all of the models I've received. Take a look at that because they've done such a great job. Flies, I hate flies. They've done such a great job with the packaging, with the presentation, with the format, they've just done a really good job. And out of the box, guys, I think I said in that video, if you want to know how much time I've spent with the gun, you just saw it. So this is just a continuation of that. Yeah. I'm going to do one more, and then we can go on out to 100, hun. Let's see.
Same spot. That's amazing.
Okay, for whatever reason, 75 is like my nemesis. I cannot shoot. I shoot better at 100 than 75, but with this gun, it's awesome. I'll also tell you a little thing I learned recently. This is off subject, but hey, we're out here, we're shooting. Maybe this window's die down for a minute. I read an article recently, and it was put out by like a National Guard, U.S. National Guard, and it was really coming against hard people that focus so much on breathing as a reason why they're not accurate. And I read this article, I was like, okay, well that's pretty hot take-ish, man. I should pull it up, we should do a whole show on it. But the guy was like, if you're at a range and you hear a guy say, watch your breathing, you know for sure the guy's an idiot, essentially. Like, wow. And I wish I was like changing the language, but it was pretty much that. And I'm like, wow, okay, where are these guys coming from? Because I've always like really thought breathing was a super important thing. And he went through that there's 4 different tenets of shooting, breathing being one of them. So people spend 90% of their time on 25% of the problem, right? He says, you know, it really comes down to where you're aiming. You know, wherever your barrel's pointed when the slug or whatever leaves the gun is where it's going, right? So your breathing will cause instability, but he was saying, you know, the reality is if you just, first of all, slow down, and there's a natural pause in your breathing. People tend to want to hold their breath, or they'll take a deep breath, let half out, hold it. I mean, you got like all this complicated stuff going through your mind. You're like, man, I just want to shoot, right? He said, if you just watch your breathing, so you breathe in, you breathe out, there's a pause, and then you breathe in again. At that natural sort of delay, learn to take your shot. This could be where you're at your most calm, most still, and you're not trying to do all this complicated, hold my breath for 3 seconds, and I mean, all this nonsense. He says, when you're holding your breath, you're actually depriving your system of oxygen. You're actually causing more problems than you're solving. And I've really been trying to do that. I've actually seen my shooting improve, being more consistent by remembering that. Sometimes I still catch myself holding my breath, which is funny story. My wife used to get so upset because she'd be sleeping and she'd wake up and I'm not breathing. Because
and I'd time it.
Yeah.
It was like a minute, 2 minutes. One day it got to 3 minutes. I was like, what are you doing?
and it's funny because I was either, in my dream, I was either swimming underwater or I was shooting. And I had a bad habit of holding my breath when I shoot. So I'd be dreaming about shooting and holding my breath. And it's funny, I was playing video games. I know we're way off topic, so forgive me. I'd play video games and I'd be sniping, and you can hold your breath on the game. I would do it in real life. Anyway, moving on, don't do that. It actually will impact, you deprive your body of oxygen. You need that. You actually need that to stay alert and to not actually shoot worse. So while it may take a little practice, and I'm still learning how to do it, but I've noticed the difference. At that natural lull, so you breathe in, you're just breathing normally. Just breathe normally. Don't do anything weird. And right here, fire. 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 I've found that really works, just for what it's worth. So I just put 3 shots like really, really close together at 75 yards. That makes me happy.
Well, we are now centered on the ram at 100 yards.
Okay. It is pushing a little right to left. But it's calmed down nicely now. Okay, I was at 1/2 mil. I bet you I'm going to have to go 1 1/4. I'm going to aim dead center of the ram, go 1 1/4. Okay, wasn't sure. Oh, my crony shut off. My yakking. You think that's funny, do you?
It should have a button that you keep next to you to just turn it back on.
Let's see if it'll keep tracking. All right. Do I need to move it? Yeah. Okay. There we go. RAM. I'm going to go 1 1/4 mil hold. That's not the RAM. There's the RAM. Here we go. Center. Wind's coming up. Low.
Very low.
Okay, so that's like a little less. That's like 1 3/4, but way left. Let's see. All right, I'm going to adjust. Pretty close.
62.
It's like 1 3/4 mils whole. I'm going to kind of go a little left of that impact. I might be out of pellets. Yeah, okay. I just remember I might be out. We topped out at 42.6 foot-pounds, which is really good. I mean, it's 25 cal, 44 is good. I mean, 850 is a good velocity. If you wanted like my experience, okay? And I don't have a lot with this gun, so this gun may prove this whole opinion total BS. I don't know. But what I have found is for like consistency at 100 yards, your starting velocity is better. You have a better chance if you're in the 900s. So like 920, 950 may give you better at 100. Now 750 is kind of my minimum for good accuracy at 50 yards. So that's just experience of almost 20 years shooting a bunch of stuff at range. So take it or leave it, doesn't matter to me. But what I have found is that if I was going to shoot this at 100 a lot, I would want 950 feet per second, personally, at least. And then that's usually pretty good. All right, so I got to change my profile. I'm going to switch to the Hades. The Hades is a little heavier. We actually did a video not too long ago, and I don't know, maybe I'm doing this all wrong, but we're just out here having fun. I did a video not too long ago of in the wind, which is better, lighter and faster or heavier and slower? And I would have said that the heavier pellets would have done better. I would have been wrong. After we finished the test, it was obvious that lighter and faster was better. So am I ruining myself here by switching to Hades? I don't know, maybe. We can always try the others again. I just wanted to see how they'll do.
You can always shoot more.
I can always shoot more. Thank you, Joe. Joe and Jay over at Predator International, Predator Pellets, for sending us tons of awesome ammo for the event and for being great sponsors and friends. Awesome. Okay, so that was, I'm going to go for 2 mil holdover. Ready?
Yes, we are ready on the 100 yards, right?
Yep, ram. Beautiful. That was like, and it didn't capture. All right. Let's tilt it a little up. These really quiet guns, they take the moderator off. All right, 2 mils. Here we go. It's right on it, man. Like awesome sauce. Hold that one a little bit. Still same energy, 41.6 foot-pounds. I flinched on that last one. Try again here. There it is.
837. 842.
I don't know what to say.
That's a dead ram.
Yeah, I mean, this is, guys, I mean, I love this part about the expo, right? I wish we had more folks here because
Yeah.
other years we had folks. We had some people got injured and scheduling conflicts that things didn't work out. Just so everybody knows, if it all goes well, our hope is that this becomes an annual thing. So Memorial Day every year, we'll have Airgun Expo. That's the plan. So we've got to get sponsors lined up more in advance so that we have some help. That would be really nice. And we can get people that will be planning to be here without it being sort of a last minute thing. And you know, they'll have NRA, they got like a week off and then try to come out. There's a lot that was going on. So we'll do better on our part planning things out. But anyway, the idea that we have such an assortment of such cool airgun gear is just, to me, awesome. Back when I started, there were brake barrels and maybe some boutique PCPs that were, I don't know, hard. In fact, I said the other day, I think my first PCP was a B40. I think it was a B50 because B40 was an underlever. I had to think about that later. But it was a B50. And it was such a nice shooting gun. Never experienced anything like that. And then the Discovery came, and then the Marauder, and then PCPs became more and more mainstream. But they were still expensive, and the gear was expensive. But now you're looking at personal portable compressors for less than $300 that are fairly reliable, and guns that are under $500 that shoot like that. Come on, man. I mean, it is awesome. And I think very, very accessible for people that want to get out and go shooting. And if that's too much, we've got the Umrex Complete coming up, which, I mean, I get it. If you're an air gunner with already all the gear, maybe not for you, but if you're new to it and want to enjoy an afternoon of shooting without having to spend a bunch of money on a bunch of gear you're not going to use all the time, it may be the perfect choice. So we're going to take a look at that. Now, I think what I want to do, Sue, is, I don't know, I think I want to shoot the bullfrog targets down there.
At the 100?
Yeah, the green targets.
Okay.
Okay, we're 2 mils. We got some wind. The Hades shoot great. That's what I wanted to see, is how do they shoot. A little slower, but same energy, 41 point some change. So good to go. What are we looking at for our pressure? Well, we're at 3,000 PSI. We got plenty. I don't know what the reg is set to. I should look that up. Also, I'm just shooting off a rickety, tinkety, cheap Amazon bipod and really not getting all the rests and stands out. So this is just casual shooting. So if I'm getting this with just casual shooting, imagine what we could do if we really put our energy to it. Well, we're gonna find out, right? Are we on those?
Yes, sir.
Good to go. I think I did not cock it.
Are you starting at the smallest or starting at the largest?
Largest.
Okay.
I want a chance to hit something. All right, 2 mils. And where are we? We're at 16 power. I think I mentioned that this is a first focal plane scope, so doesn't matter what my magnification is, it's going to stay the same. I could zoom all the way out and I'd still be 2 mils. Could barely see the reticle, but it would still be 2 mils. All right, here we go. Oh, my crony came out. You really need to create a...
It should be called the yak-free...
Oh, gosh. Make Rick shoot without talking, crony, is what it should be. All right, here we go. 2 mils holdover. To the right.
Little high, isn't it?
It was just to the right. Yes, a little high right.
You hit it.
45.
I'm not quite sure where I hit it. Let's try
Top
again.
left.
Top left. There were already some spots on it, so. There it is. Yeah, it's just a teeny bit left. That was bottom right. Okay. How many shots do I have left here? A few. We're going to try for the hostage target, hun.
Oh, Okay, give me a second to
Yep.
move the camera.
Okay, so we've got down there your typical hostage target that's got the little swivelly behind the head, the thing that's here or here, you just hit it and it swivels back and forth. I don't know if this will have enough energy to swing it all the way. That is AR 500, so it's designed for firearms and ARs and all that stuff. So we'll see if this has enough energy to swing it. I hit it earlier with 60 some foot-pounds and it was didn't quite have enough. It moved it, but not reliably, so we'll see. So we'll see if I can hit it. The circle's that big, so it's about the bottom of a Coke can.
I'm sorry, can you show them again how big the circle is? Because I
You
switched
wanna do
cameras.
this one here?
No, the other one.
It's about the bottom of a Coke can. It's like 2 and a bit. It's
Okay,
very small.
you're on camera.
Okay. So we're 2 and it's pretty much on. Yes, it's really tiny. Okay, here we go.
800.
I wasn't ready for it to fire. I think I'm out of pellets. This might be a dry fire. Yep.
The wind is all over the place. as
Yeah,
you can
it's
tell.
also swirling pretty good down there. Again, we don't feel it here, but that's why I put the ribbons out. You can see it. This afternoon, we have wind advisory. We're supposed to be 20, so we shall see. What time is it, hon?
It is 12:34
Excellent.
p.m.
So it looks like our lives are running about 40 minutes, which gives us about 45 minutes or so to get ready for the next one, which is good.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this wrapped up. We'll finish these shots and then we'll wrap this up and we'll get ready for our next one. Our next video is gonna be another 25 cal, which is gonna be the Catron from Utah Airguns, which I have a story about that. I've been teasing that. We're gonna talk about that when we do that video.
And also don't forget, if you're in the area, you're welcome to stop by.
Absolutely,
We'd love to let you shoot some of these guns too.
absolutely. All right, here we go. Just to the left. That's a booger to try and hit, man.
At 100, yeah.
There it
Ooh,
is.
you got it.
And aim a little bit to the right. Yep, that pushed too far. It's really pushing down there. You can see it pushing on the silver, on the green.
Is it hitting on the green?
It
that
is.
we-
It's hitting way left, so it's pushing like almost 2 mil. Okay, so that's 1 mil. If that's 1 mil, it's pushing like half a mil left. Oh, now I pull it to the right. It's hard. It is hard. See, this is where that extra velocity I think would be handy.
Oh, you got it.
I did. You see, I didn't have quite enough to get it around.
Yeah.
That's right. I think you guys get the idea. Really nice air gun. I think for 100 yards, the 25, it'll do it. We certainly saw it hit the ram with authority. It's 40-some foot-pounds, 43. I'm getting 43 foot-pounds at this point with these pellets, which is great. And we are sitting at just under 3,000 PSI. We got more shots to go if we wanted to keep shooting. I like it. We're talking a gun that's going to be retailing for under 500 by a good bit under 500. It's very, very nice. Essentially, what you have is just an action with a very affordable, lightweight grip on it, which is fine with me. It doesn't bother me, not at all. So very, very cool. A couple things, if they made some changes down the road, this could be more rigid because you have a tendency for it to wobble like that. So that's one thing. You wouldn't have that if you weren't running a bipod. But today, you know, I was definitely noticing and paying attention to try and hold that super still. Yeah. Well, our little hostage targety thing is swiveled and I can't shoot anymore, so we're going to call it a day. On this one, we're going to get ready with the Catron, and then we'll get ready with our last video for the day, which is going to be the Umarex Complete. And I'm very excited to get that, actually put the nitrogen bottle in it and do some shooting to see how it does. So pretty tickled and excited about that. We'll probably do that at 25 yards. That's going to be like a backyard gun, so that's how we're going to shoot it. So that's going to be it for now, guys. If you have any questions, comments, all that kind of fun stuff, you can reach out to us in the comments. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe. If you go to the vendors and say, hey, I really want to know about your gun, please let them know that you learned about it here at the Airgun Expo, because that's going to help us out. Definitely check out gatewaytoairguns.com, gatewaytoairguns.org, AirgunWeb.com, Airgun Army. Airgun Army is something we're going to be really putting some energy into after the event. We'll get to more of that later. We've talked about it already today. We'll probably talk about it some more at the live night shows, the wraps. And please go to our website, theairgunexpo.com, and check out our sponsors. And again, let them know that you saw their stuff here. That's going to help us out so we can do it next year. And maybe next year we'll have like more. It'd be like maybe we can have 2 camera crews. I don't know. That's getting a little bit much. But you never know. We'll see what happens. That's going to be it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned. We got more coming your way here shortly.